Hello and welcome back to the Untamed Soul, and we're going to do the week ahead reading for January 22nd of 2024 through January 28th of 2024. Now, remember that this is a collective reading, so it's up to you if you want to stick around and see this reading. If not, we can maybe catch you another day. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards and pull out some cards for the week. And after we pull those out, I will give you a little overview of what energies we could be coming into for the week of January 22nd, 2024 through January 28th, 2024. All right, let's pull out 5 cards for the week. All right. Let's get in just a little closer here. Okay. Okay, so the first card that we're starting out with is the Hanged Man in reverse, which tells me you may be coming out of a period of having to take some time to consider some sacrifices that needed to be made, as well as coming out of taking some time to discover what your next steps needed to be. You've been going through something that required you to take a step back and take a moment to consider, what do I need to give up? What have I given up? What needs to go? What needs to change for me to be in a better place? And whenever this card comes up reversed, what we're seeing is that you have now come to this conclusion, you've come to this decision, and now you're ready to step out of this space and take the next steps moving forward. You're then moving into the Seven of Swords in reverse, which means you might be shedding some honesty in an area of your life. You might be uncovering a truth, sharing a truth, coming clean about something, or somebody is coming clean about something. And towards the middle of the week, we actually have the Knight of Swords, and the way that it's kind of moving, he's kind of moving towards the Seven of Swords in reverse, says that you may be sharing an unpopular opinion or truth or confession to something, and it ends up maybe causing a rush of something that comes towards you, almost like a rush of clarity. It could also be, a huge rush of action that then happens from this confession, this uncovering of truth, this sharing of clarity. And we have this Foxfire card here, which is actually about reading through the flames of the foxfire. So seeing how things move and change and illuminate to help us see, almost like if you've ever heard of fire watching people or flame watching or flame magic people, stare into the flames to see what they see. And I'm seeing this Foxfire card as kind of a way that you have been staring into what this next step needs to be and what you need to do, and you find yourself wanting to release and come clean, or release and reveal something that maybe you were keeping hidden. And we almost have to take into account that when we do those things, sometimes it can cause a fight back, or a rush of questions, and well, what are we going to do about this now? And we see that energy kind of happening over here. So what happens when we move through this, when we move through looking through the flames and coming to this resolution of this clarity that we need to move forward, that we need to release this information, that we need to sacrifice? And then we feel that things might be rushing in. We know that as soon as we do this, things are going to move fast. They're going to move quickly. We find ourselves over here in the Two of Cups, and it almost really makes me think, you may have been having a struggle with how something that you need to say, or maybe there's something that somebody has needed to say to you and they've finally come clean. Someone, either you or another person, has now come clean, and it's created this rush of, what do we do now? Where do we go from here? And we move into the Two of Cups, and it's in the upright position, and I love that. It is almost like this needed to happen for the rekindling process to start. Whether this is an old relationship or a new relationship, maybe you've been married for a long time and there's some things that you guys have been struggling with, and somebody needed to come clean about something. And now we find ourselves saying, it moved us into a better direction. It moved us into being able to rekindle what once was there, to start fresh, to start anew, and it creates a sense of companionship and love. And towards the end of the week, we have this Knight of Pentacles, which I really like, which means we're taking this clarity that has now happened. We have now discussed what needed to be discussed. We've decided to open up and be more free with each other. And now it's like new love all over again. And we're going to take what we have now processed and what we have now started, and we are going to work slow and steady and honestly with each other. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody who moves at a slower pace, but they keep their eye on the prize. They move slowly, holding their pinnacle as they take it on to the next step. This releasing that can happen in the beginning of the week, and that you're going to go through in the beginning of the week, is the start of a very fruitful and honest relationship going forward. And with that, we have this card here, willing entanglement. And while it can almost look like a very shadowy card, you're willingly putting yourself into this position because this is something that you care to work towards. You are willing You were willing to hang yourself into this position and make some sacrifices so that you could have clarity and truth after you've spent some time, mulling it over, looking through the flames, and really seeing what needed to happen, what needed to be said, so that we could move forward in a better place. And while it felt like maybe at first it caused a rush of arguments or a rush of activity and a rush of, wait, oh my God, what are you talking about? What do you mean? You've been hiding this from me? But after you go through that, you now have yourself in this place of rekindling that connection, rekindling that commitment to each other, and then moving forward in a more positive, slow and steady. Remember that slow and steady is going to be the name of the game here. It's not going to be something fast, but we go out of brash, harsh arguments and things said into more open, calm, and honest relationship. And whenever you have willingly put yourself into this situation, you are accepting not only the shadowy parts of yourself, but the shadowy parts of the other person. And you're willing to entangle yourself with it because they mean so much to you. So whether this is a romantic relationship, a family relationship, or even just a really, really close, loving friendship with somebody, it might feel as if it starts out a little bit rough, but realize that letting go of some things, discussing some things that needed to be uncovered. And again, this could be you, or this could be another person, but it almost makes me feel as if it's you that has something that you've needed to get off your chest, something that you've needed to say that you haven't been saying, and then you do. And once you do, we move into something that is more positive, something that's going to be more fruitful and more successful as far as that, relationship goes. I hope everybody enjoys their week, and drop a comment if this hit some points for you, and come back at the end of the week and let me know how the week went. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their week, and I appreciate every single one of the Untamed Souls that watch my videos.